Hey guys, and welcome back to Nerd Niche. Today, I want you guys to get your Pokedex ready because we are diving into the wonderful world of Pokemon.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
The Pokemon world has grown massively since the 90s and it continues to today. I thought it would be funny to take Pokemon, old and new, and analyze them with my own perspective. So let's do this! I'm gonna show you guys some pictures of Pokemon and we're gonna just talk about what we think about them, compare them to other animals, and have some fun. Let's start with Poliwag. Poliwag is inspired by a real-life animal. It's a translucent tadpole. The fun fact about those tadpoles is although they have the exact same swirl as you see on Poliwag, these are actually their intestines. Another fave of mine is Snorlax. I feel like this is the Pokemon I can relate to the most. To me, Snorlax looks like a giant panda mated with a sloth. I found out that Snorlax was inspired by a real human being. They created Snorlax after a Game Freak employee who actually kind of looks like him. They said that this employee would eat anything, even food with mold on it. Ew. But he also loved to just snore and relax. I guess he must be pretty lazy, just like our Pokemon friend. His name is Koji Nishinu. Why don't you guys take a look for yourselves? Do you guys think that Koji looks just like his Pokemon? Quillfish! How cute. Obviously, this thing is a little pufferfish. Pufferfish are really cute when you see them. Look at this picture. This one's smiling. How could you be afraid of this poisonous little creature with a big smile like that? Pansear! This thing is inspired by a real ape called a bald Vakari. I see this ape and I can't help but think he kind of looks like the Red Skull. Hail Hydra! Hail the Red Skull! Gulpin. Gulp. This guy, he's inspired by this disgusting thing called the blobfish. It kind of looks like something that you would cough up when you're sick. Psyduck! This guy is very easy to tell which animal it was inspired by. Clearly, he's a platypus. Psyduck is one of the original 151 Pokemon. Pikachu!
Pika, Pika!
This original Pokemon is a fan favorite. We all know and love Pikachu. I tried to think about what this guy looks like. He looks kind of like a mouse and a squirrel that got hit by a lightning bolt. That was a hard one to do. Onyx, rock caterpillar. Executor, a human face palm tree. Squirtle, obviously a turtle. Eevee is like a fox mixed with a cat that was crossbreeding with a whole bunch of different types of animals because Eevee has evolved forms from every other energy. Charmander, though looks like a little dinosaur, was inspired by a giant Chinese salamander. Stunfish. That is a stargaze. It kind of reminds me of the giant Sarlacc pit in Star Wars. It's an ugly, vicious little thing. Don't eat Boba Fett. Hypno. This guy looks like a proboscis monkey. Their large noses are actually preferred to be bigger by the females. Here's how you can tell that some of the creators of Pokemon are slowly running out of ideas. What exactly was Satoshi thinking? Hey, we need 100 new Pokemon for the next game. Okay, what about a monkey with a nose that's shaped like a... He kind of reminds me of Squidward from SpongeBob. Jinx. This thing looks a little bit like Nicki Minaj. But if we are gonna compare Pokemon to celebrities, remember that one time that Lady Gaga dressed up looking like Primate? And if we're gonna do that, Vin Diesel's not that far off from being Diglett himself. It's cool how some of the Pokemon evolve from their own species. Here's an example. Sandshrew, he looks a little bit like an armadillo. Then he evolves into Sandslash, who looks very similar and is a distant relative of the armadillo, the Pangolian. Mew! I love Mew. Mew is so cute. Mew is a kangaroo rat that is bred with a cat. A lot of the original 151 Pokemon resembled real animals or things. I used to love playing Pokemon as a kid. Sitting on the street, shuffling your cards, hoping that you don't end up with 7 absolutely useless Pokemon, or trading them with your friends. A lot of people think that Magikarp is the most useless Pokemon of all. But Magikarp evolves into a badass Pokemon. Unknown has one move, and it's a hidden move, and every other Pokemon can do that exact move if they wanted to. This one, not so much on the creative side. Metapod, this thing just hardens. It does nothing else. It is just one big giant useless vegetable. You can now battle with some of these pieces of Nintendo genius. Honage, it's a sword. Halucha, this is like a bird bred with Nacho Libre. Goomy, I'm pretty sure that's just the slime that my kids play with. Spoink, this one is hilarious. It's a spring and a pig hybrid. Spoink. Litwick, this is just a candle that evolves into a lantern that evolves into a chandelier. These guys are pretty cool to look at though, I'll give them that. Clink, clang, and click clang. Clink clang. Clink clang? Clink clang. Are these names for real? These guys are just gears. And I think they just took the sounds that gears make when they crash together and were like, yep, that's a Pokemon. Pineco, a pine cone with eyes. Unknown. I was talking about these earlier as being a useless Pokemon. There are 26 different varieties of these with different shapes from every letter of the alphabet. And they do nothing. Betcha we can spell C-R-A-P. Dedane looks like a fat Pikachu ripoff. Binacle. This one's good. Binacle looks like a poor attempt of a puppet show at a construction site. Vanillite. This one looks pretty good. It's an ice cream that evolves into more ice cream that evolves into a double scoop ice cream. Well, I'm hungry now. You can't help but laugh at some of these Pokemon designs. It's not that I don't admire Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I've loved it since I was introduced to it as a kid. I just find it super entertaining to look at how the generations of Pokemon changed and the kind of ideas that they came up with to create new ones. I still have all of my Pokemon cards and I still love them very much. I could honestly go on and do every single Pokemon species. There's so many and you can compare almost every single one to either an animal or an object. Like Mudkip, the little axolotl, to snakes and even radishes. I'm stoked my kids can learn about all these different creatures and grow up to love them just as much as I have. Who knows with the way that technology is going, what type of Pokemon we'll be introduced to in the future. The possibilities are endless. Since we're gonna talk about some of the inanimate object Pokemon, I decided to make one of my own. I call it the Ass Hat. It's a mix between a donkey and a hat. You can have that one, Satoshi, if you want to. I'm teasing. I do love Pokemon, and I'm grateful for all the creations that Nintendo and Satoshi have created for us. But that's it for now, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more nerd fun. Let me know what your favorite Pokemon is in the comments below. And if you guys can come up with any creative comparisons of your own. We'll see you next time. Gotta catch 'em all!